Good afternoon, students. So as of now in this module we have discussed Faraday's law, displacement current, and we have also seen what are Maxwell's equation for time varying fields, right? And the Maxwell's equation for static fields were discussed earlier. So we have seen what are the equations for time varying fields with respect to Maxwell's equations. And now in this class, in this lecture, we'll discuss about wave equations, right? That is wave propagation in conductors, dielectrics and free space, right? And in the next lecture we'll discuss about the Poynting's theorem and wave power, right? With that we'll be completing this module. So with respect to the introduction, waves are means of transporting any energy or information, as you all know, right? In this chapter the goal is nothing but to solve Maxwell's equation and describe electromagnetic wave motion in the following media. So these are the four mediums which we have to consider. The first one is free space, lossless dielectric, that means a pure dielectric, lossy dielectric, right, that means dielectric with losses, and then good conductors. So there are four cases here. So in free space, what happens? What is sigma? Sigma is nothing but conductivity, epsilon is permittivity, and mu is permeability, right? So for free space we know that we'll consider only epsilon naught, will not consider epsilon r. Epsilon r will be 1 and mu r also will be 1, so we'll be considering only mu naught. So everyone knows this, right? So for these will be the initial conditions, or these are the these are the values which you have to consider to solve Maxwell's equations. The second one, lossless dielectric. So what do you mean by dielectric? In a dielectric, the conductivity should be zero, correct? Since conductivity should be zero, so that is why conductivity is almost zero, but almost zero. And then epsilon will be epsilon r epsilon naught. So dielectric will have its own relative permeability or permittivity, and it will have its own relative permeability. So we are including mu epsilon r and mu r also here. Or this sigma, that is conductivity, we should be very less than this omega into epsilon, where omega is the angular frequency of the wave, right? Next case is lossy dielectric. Lossy dielectric is nothing but a dielectric which has some losses, right? There this conductivity will not be equal to 0. This conductivity will not be equal to 0, and then this epsilon will be equal to epsilon r epsilon naught, mu will be mu naught mu r, because it is not free space, we are considering a dielectric. The only difference between this and this is only difference is the epsilon will not be equal to 0 in lossy dielectric, right? And good conductors, what happens? The conductivity should be maximum, so the conductivity should be almost infinity for a pure conductor or a good conductor. And epsilon naught will be epsilon will be epsilon naught, mu will be mu naught mu r, right? Then the sigma should be very high, greater than with respect to omega and epsilon, omega into epsilon, where omega is the angular frequency, right? So there are derivations for all these, for free space, lossless dielectric, lossy dielectric, and good conductor, starting from Maxwell's equation. But in this lecture I just want you to take down the equations for each, right? So this is for free space. So we have equation for velocity, propagation constant lambda, gamma, attenuation on constant alpha, phase constant beta, intrinsic impedance eta, and wavelength lambda. So these are some of the equations for the for the EM waves, that is electromagnetic waves in general medium. So just take down these equations, pause the video. I want every one of you to note down these equations, right? Where V is equal to 1 by root of mu into epsilon, which is equal to omega by beta, is equal to F into lambda meters per second. Like that you have all these equations. So this is in general medium, right? That is the first case. Next we'll go more to the next one. Propagation of wave through a perfect dielectric. Perfect dielectric is nothing but lossless dielectric. So again we have equation for velocity, propagation constant, attenuation constant, phase constant, intrinsic impedance and lambda, right? That is wavelength. So propagation constant is nothing but alpha plus j beta, that you have to know, right? Propagation constant is nothing but alpha plus j beta, where alpha is nothing but phase constant and beta is nothing, alpha is nothing but attenuation constant, beta is nothing but phase constant, right? The same equation is written here separately. So here alpha is 0 and beta is omega into root of mu into epsilon, right? This is intrinsic impedance and this is wavelength. So this is for perfect dielectric. So next one is for uniform plane wave in lossy dielectric. That means a dielectric which has losses. So this is the equation for propagation constant, and rearranging the terms you can take down this one also, right? Alpha gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. Then this is the equation for intrinsic impedance, and this is in the other form, right? There are two forms for intrinsic impedance. So based on, while we are solving the problems, both the formulas might be necessary, so you can take down both. So where eta is nothing but intrinsic impedance, right? So the next one is uniform plane waves in good conductor. So gamma is equal to alpha plus j beta. So this is alpha and this is beta. So this is for a good conductor, right? So you can write separately also, where alpha is equal to this and beta is equal to this one. Both look same. Both are same. And this is the equation for intrinsic impedance. These two are equations for intrinsic impedance, right? And there's one more term called skin depth, which we'll be discussing later for a good conductor. It is given by delta, right? Delta is equal to 1 by alpha, which is equal to 1 by beta. So this is the equation for skin depth, and this is for the velocity, and this is for the wavelength, right? So these are the equations for good conductor. So in this lecture I just want you people to just note down the equations whatever is given in these slides. So whichever is necessary, those derivations will be discussed in the coming lectures, right? Since all the derivations are not necessary, we'll discuss only things which are necessary, right, in the next class, in the next lecture, next lecture. So next lecture we'll be discussing about Poynting's theorem and wave power, right? So kindly pause the video and take down all these equations in your notes, and we'll be solving some problems also based on this in the coming lectures, right? So these are nothing but, these problems are always like based on substitution itself, but you have to remember the formulas properly, right? So we'll continue in next lecture with Poynting's theorem. Thank you.